Hey guys, Sarah with 3 Raptor Consulting here. I wanted to talk to you today about engaging questions and different ways to really make networking opportunities work for you. Now, I don't know about you, but I have definitely gotten out of the habit of networking. And the first couple times that I saw myself or found myself in large work professional gatherings, I was a little caught off guard and wasn't exactly sure how to behave or who to talk to, and I found myself just being a wallflower, which is completely not at all myself. And so I went back and reviewed this resource on engaging questions and just really had to work on my networking skills and creating connections again, and it's really helped me. So I think maybe we all might just be in that place where we need a little bit of a refresher and a little bit of encouragement. So first and foremost, when you are at networking events, if you can, find out who's going to be there. Find out if there's going to be a specific 2 or 3 people that you want to meet. I always focus on quality of connections, not quantity of connections. It's a little bit more approachable for me and doesn't intimidate me as much as like, oh, I have to meet as many people as possible. So I try to find out who's going to be there, and I try to figure out who I want to meet, and then I learn a little bit about them to help me know what questions to ask. So engaging questions. Simplest and easiest ways to network with people and get to know them and build connections is to ask questions about them. People love to talk about themselves, and they love to talk about more than just what they do. Being able to connect with somebody on where they went to school, on their kids' activities, on the fact that they have kids, are they pet owners, what hobbies do they pursue? Those are all great things to learn about people, which will help you make those personal connections, which will help you build relationships, which will help you in business. So when you are getting ready to go to a networking event, really think about different engaging questions that you can ask. If the event is specific to a certain group, it might be easier to come up with questions, or you might want to have 2 or 3 just kind of lists of questions that are floating in your head that you can just ask different people as you meet them. Now, a great little trick that I have learned, and I learned this from my daughter who's a high school senior, so I will not take credit for it, is to write the questions down and take a screenshot of them and make them your phone saver background. I know that sounds crazy, but I saw that she did that and I was like, what is that? And she's like, oh, when I'm at work, these are questions that I can ask my coworkers to get to know them. And I was like, oh my God, that's brilliant. So we all have our phones, and it's no big deal for us to pop them out and just click them to look at the time, right? People are going to think we're looking at the time, but maybe we're looking at our list of engaging questions, and that can be really helpful to make sure that we're asking the questions that we want to ask and that we need to ask. So remember, when you're out networking, ask people questions specifically about themselves and venture out past what do you do or what is your job title. Ask them if they have kids. Ask them what their favorite food is. Ask them what their favorite hobby is, and you're going to see a whole different side of this person that's really going to help you create that connection. So remember, be engaging and be ready too to answer those questions by yourself or about yourself. So I have a couple of things that I definitely make sure to talk about. Like I always talk about my rescue dogs. I talk about how much I love them. I talk about my freelance writing and all the really cool people I've gotten to meet and interview through that, which is a completely different side hustle than this business that I run here. But it makes me just seem a little bit more interesting than just being a business consultant, because that can be a little, some people can think it's boring. I think it's fascinating working with businesses and data, but it's to each their own, right? And then I also talk about 2 of my favorite hobbies, which are making stained glass windows and boxing. And people don't expect that from me at all. And so it opens to some great conversations. It's also led to me being able to invite people to come to classes with me, which has really helped me build relationships and really helped me get a good, solid business base and have clients who really know me and I know them, and it makes it easier to work, right? So remember, when you're getting ready for networking, have that list of engaging questions. Take a picture, put it on your cell phone. It'll help you out. I promise. Thank you to my daughter who taught me that. And have some great answers prepared for yourself that will make you memorable, that will make people want to reach back out to you after the event and create that business relationship. So we have even more great lists of engaging questions that we're going to put in the description, the link to that. I hope that you guys find them useful, and I hope that you guys find these videos useful. And if you do, subscribe right there.